Hello everyone and welcome to LTspice tutorials. In this tutorial we explain how to simulate a simple circuit shown over here. Namely, this circuit consists of the DC voltage source denoted by V1 and whose value is 5 volts. Then it consists of a resistor whose resistance is 1000 ohm, and we explain how to simulate this circuit. Okay, let's start with modeling. Once you open LTspice, you will see this welcome window. To create your first circuit, you need to click on File and click on New Schematics. The next step is to add components. There are several ways to do that. You can either use these shortcuts. For example, if you want to add the resistor, you can click here, or if you want to add the capacitor, you can click here. If you want an inductor, you can click here, or diode over here, or you can click over here to select a component. For example, if you want to search the component from here, you can simply search for resistor and then you can click here and click on place. Now over here you can drag the mouse button, and if you want to place this resistor at a particular location, you need to press the left mouse button. Now, after you press the left mouse button, you will see that immediately another resistor will be created and you can add it. Now, this is the issue with LTspice. LTspice sometimes doesn't have a very intuitive way of doing things. Consequently, to get out of this selection menu, you need to do the right mouse click and you're out. To zoom in or zoom out, you can simply roll your middle mouse button. Next, let's explain how to rotate components in the LTspice. For that purpose, locate these icons over here and click on Move Mode. So click here and then you need to select this particular component and you can drag it to move it. However, to rotate, you need to press Ctrl R and then your resistor will be rotated. So again, let me place it somewhere here. So click here, then click on the component, you can move it, and then do Ctrl R to rotate it. And then again, press the left mouse button. The next step is to add the voltage source. There are several ways to do that. The first approach is to click here, or you can click on Components and search for voltage. And over here, click on Voltage and click on Place, and let's place the voltage source over here. Then do the right click to exit the voltage mode. The next step is to add the ground. To add the ground, find this ground icon and click over here. And you can see this triangle, which means that we have added the ground to our circuit. Next, press the right mouse click to exit. Now let's connect these components. Simply click here and you will see that the line will be added. Then click here, or you can simply pass the line through the resistor, then click here, and click here. And then the final step is to connect this circuit with the ground. Simply click here and here. Now everything is grounded and we can continue further. Next, let's learn how to adjust the values. First of all, hover over the particular element. For example, if you hover across or above your voltage source, you will see that the cursor changes from the arrow to this cross. So if you click here, or that is if you see the arrow, and if you do the right click, you can actually adjust the DC value. This is one approach. Another approach is to simply select V, then do the right click, and then you can here enter the new value for V. And over here you can select 5. The unit is volt and click on OK. Now you can actually do this, hover over this element, do the right click, and you can see that the value is 5. Similarly, if you click here, that is if you do the right click above V1, you can change the name for this voltage source. I will keep it as it is. Let's change the resistance. Again, there are several ways to do that. You can either hover over R, then do the right click, and over here you need to enter the value of resistance. Let's go with 1000 ohm and click on OK. Another approach is to hover over the resistor, do the right click, and over here you can also adjust the resistance. You can also enter the tolerance for your resistor, and you can also enter the power rating, or you can also select some specific resistor. And let's click OK. And that's it. Now we have the power, that is the voltage source, and then we have the resistance. The next step is to learn how to simulate this circuit. For that purpose, locate this green play button and click on it. Next, we need to configure our simulation. Notice this menu. You have transient simulation, AC analysis, DC sweep, noise, DC transfer, DC op PNT, and transient frequency response. You need to click on DC op PNT. As you can read over here, DC op PNT means compute the DC operating point, treating capacitance as open circuits and inductances as short circuits. In other words, we will compute the steady state of this system. Since this is a static system, that is, it doesn't contains inductors or capacitors, immediately when we apply a voltage, you will get the current. There will be no transient response. And then click on OK. Now you will see this op over here. And after some time, you will see this menu or this window. So let's analyze and let's see what is written over here. You have VN001. Here, 001 is actual node. So let's locate this node. To find this node, simply click over here, or you can first close this, and then hover over this point over here. And you can see over here that this is node N001. And we have the DC operating point of 5 volts. That is, the voltage over here is 5 volts. This is normal since we have the 5 volt source. Let's again click here to get back to this menu, and let's analyze. We can see that the current through R1, that is through resistor, is 0.005. That is, it is around 5 millivolts. So let's verify that this is actually the case. For that purpose, let's close this and let's recall the basic Ohm's law. Namely, from the basic Ohm's law, we know that the current through this system, let's denote it like this. This is the current I, is voltage V1 over this resistance over here, R1. So we have here 5 volts over 1000 ohm, and this gives us 5 milliamps. And that's it. So the simulation is correct. Okay, if you click on this line, you will see that immediately the voltage appears, and if you click on this line, you will see that voltage appears. Let's now modify this part over here such that we actually represent the current. For that purpose, click here, then do the right click and click on current here, and click here to erase the dollar sign. And then click on OK, and you will see 5 milliamps. However, I don't like this notation, so I will modify it. So do the right click, and then over here type round, and then you can type 1000 multiplying this thing over, close the parentheses, over 1000. If you press enter, you will see nicely shown current. That is 5 milliamps, and that's it. Now, let me show you one very important thing over here. You might notice in your simulation, if you didn't properly set up the voltage, here the negative current. Let me show you when this negative current appears. For that purpose, let me change this, or actually rotate this resistor. So again, click here, click on resistor, and then do Ctrl R to rotate it for 180 degrees. Now if you run the simulation again, you will see that the current is negative. What's the catch here? Basically, this resistor here is treated as a polar device. That is, it has a plus and minus orientation. However, in practice, you don't have that. And consequently, you see minus 5 milliamps. To fix this again, click here, then do Ctrl R and go here back, and then again press simulate, and then you will see back that your current is okay. So click here, and that's it. Congratulations, you have learned how to simulate a simple circuit in LTspice. In the next video tutorial, we will explain how to perform the transient analysis.